I had a Hall of Famer come up to me and said to me, Steph Curry would not have averaged more than 17 points a game in our era. We would have hurt him.
I had a Hall of Famer come up to me and said to me, quote, Steph Curry would not have averaged more than 17 points a game. And now, obviously, I think that person should have been drug tested when he said that to me. But then I quieted down because he wasn't talking about his skill set. He said, in our era, we would have hurt him. He said, we would have hurt him. He said he would have had to run through picks. He wouldn't have been as protected by the officials. The game is exponentially more physical now than it was then. Remember when he came into the league with the ankle injury? He'd have never recovered from that with us. We would have made sure they would have tripped him every chance we got. They wasn't talking about basketball. They were talking about this is the elements that come with the game that we had to endure that these guys don't have to even think about. Now, of course, from a talent perspective, the talent is clearly superior now to what it once was. Evolution kicks in.
We would have hurt. The old heads hating the new NBA, it has to stop. This is just total bullshit. This is not true at all. All Stephen A. Smith does is goes on TV and talks to the only people who are still watching ESPN. 60-year-old men who used to watch basketball. They don't watch it anymore. Those are the people he's talking to. They swear to God the 80s and 90s was a bloodbath. They swear it was a UFC fight and they were out there punching players in the face. Are you fucking kidding me? We would have hurt him. He wouldn't have averaged 17 points a game because we would have hurt him. And then you got Monica McNuttass nodding along.
Because he wasn't talking about his skill set. He said in our era, we would have hurt him. He said we would have hurt him. He said he would have had to
look at Monica. Yep. Let me tell you something. Michael Jordan averaged 32.6 points per game in the 80s. In the 80s. Bad boy Pistons, all this bullshit. Why didn't anybody hurt him? Oh, he wouldn't have averaged more than 17 in our era. We would have. Michael Jordan averaged 32. And they were knocking him on the ground. Why didn't they hurt him? Oh, he wouldn't have gotten all the help from the officials, he said. Michael Jordan averaged 8.5 free throw attempts per game in the 80s. Steph Curry averages 4.3 free throw attempts per game throughout his NBA career. Stop the cap. It's not true. Stop telling me these players wouldn't have averaged this, or that in the 80s, in the 90s. I can show you a montage of Michael Jordan getting just as many touch fouls as any player in today's game. It's just not true. It's just not true. Also, how do we stop this? We just had Dave Silver talking about how he's disappointed with how the league is covered in the mainstream media. You got NBA, you got the NBA today, you got the ratings on the decline, and you got these companies like ESPN who are just trashing the product every day because they're holding on to, like I said, the only people that are still watching it. Old heads who don't watch it anymore. Old heads who don't watch ball anymore. They watch Stephen A. talk about it on ESPN. And they hate the new era, and he's talking to them. ESPN and live TV is holding on by a thread, and they're reaching the only people that are still watching live TV, your grandpa. Draymond Green said this on a podcast because that's what the new generation is listening to. So how do we stop these idiots from trashing the game every day? Because they're not interested in the game or the coverage of the game. They're interested in the views of the only people who are left watching it. Stop the cap.